So on the show, we're obviously talking a lot about the financial market, but one of your biggest investments is your real estate, and there's a lot of questions about what's going to happen in the 2015 real estate market. I can't think of too many people that are better to give their predictions than the #1 realtor per the Wall Street Journal right here in San Diego. Let's take a look at Kurt Wannebo.
Hi, broker Kurt Wannebo, San Diego Real Estate and Investments. People ask me all the time, what are one of the best places to live in San Diego? First place that comes to mind, the 92130 zip code. Today, I'm going to take you on a tour of the 92130 zip code like you've never seen before. So come on, take a ride with me. It's centrally located and situated just...
So the man himself, Kurt Wannebo. Good to have you in here. So you're centered in Carmel Valley. Right, but you can speak from that, no pun intended, a helicopter point of view around what's happening in the whole marketplace. You're actually on the radio show recently talking about some of the inventory numbers, some of the things happening. Let's first frame it up. You said this, I think you were one of our first guests on the show a year ago, and you talked about how the media tends to trail when it comes to the real information. Speak to that again if you could.
Well, it's just really based on the fact that, media uses stats and numbers that are put out by different sources, such as the, SDAR or DataQuick, whatever the case may be. And many times it takes a while to compile that data. And so, the data happens, and then it takes a while to compile it, and then it takes a while to get that information out. And so many times the media is reporting what has happened, whether it be good or bad, that when in reality it actually happened maybe 30, 60 days before that.
So let's get right into it here. Yeah. So we have two reports here from SDREAI. Now this is speaking to San Diego as a whole. We have the median price, which is comparing November 2014 to October 2014. Let's start there. So what do we need to know?
Well, basically, this is the last show of the year for you. And so one question people have been asking me a lot is, how did we finish up as far as the year is concerned? How did this year compare to prior years? The first numbers that came out from SDAR is, according to right now, compared to last year, is that essentially the home values of single-family homes and condos are both up by about 15, up by about 5%. Excuse me.
5%'s a win.
5% is decent. It's what I essentially predicted, as many people did, as far as the single-digit appreciation for this year is concerned. One interesting note, however, is the fact that actually sales are actually down compared from this year to last year. And we're down in San Diego by about 14% for single-family homes and down by about 11% for condos. Now, me personally, I don't think that has to do with the fact that there are less sellers out there or less people who are wanting to sell. I really think it's more about what we've talked about before, and the fact that there are less buyers out there, and there's not necessarily less buyers, but less buyers taking action. And that really stems, I feel, more from the low interest rates, and a lot of them are kind of sitting on the fence and seeing, well, I'm going to wait this out. Interest rates are going low, and they're going lower all the time, so I want to wait for that particular perfect property. So I feel there's a large buyer pool out there that have just really been kind of sitting on the fence, which is what has attributed to our lower than usual sales that have actually occurred.
It's interesting. A little bit later in the show, we're going to be speaking with an all-star mortgage team regarding if guidelines were to open up a bit for some of those first-time homers. I feel like there's some qualified people that aren't able to get into the market. We're going to talk about a program called the Fresh Start. So maybe that'll help some homeowners in 2015. Right. Let's hit the bullseye directly, right? Not just a target. So you're centered in Carmel Valley, 92130. I know we got some stats on that. So what's happening in that specific marketplace?
Right now, what we've been seeing is a very family-centric community, and so a lot of homes have come off the market over the past 2 months because of the holiday season. So our inventory has drastically reduced, and because of that, those who are left standing or are still on the market are actually seeing great prices come in. Okay, that's actually our inventory, so you can see that sharp drop off on the upper right-hand corner in the green line, essentially. And so what that is attributed to is that, again, those people who are on the market are receiving a lot more offers right now because there's a lot of serious buyers that are out there, and prices have actually rebounded to a point in time where of this year of actually around April, May. So that's a really good thing. We've actually saw prices drop down through May, through August, September. Now they're sharply bouncing back to what they were because of the low inventory.
Yeah, let's look at the median price. Now we're still focused on 92130, which is Carmel Valley here.
Yeah, that's the, oh, there you go. So you can see a sharp spike in the upper right-hand corner of that green line where the prices have come up substantially from where they had been. And so it's starting to even out now from the April and May timeframe, which is a good thing for sellers who are on the market.
On your website, you have a tremendous amount of content for people to go and take a look at. You have videos, resources. You actually have within your website market data.
Yeah, absolutely correct. So we've talked about the county as a whole, but from there you kind of have to break it down by community and zip code. So on our website you can actually go and research some of the stats that are as far as inventory is concerned, median prices for each particular zip code in each particular community, and see specifically what's going on there.
So here we can actually see it on our screen as our guys in the back roll through your website. This is Kurt's website. You'll see all these different micro markets of San Diego. You'll also see a lot of videos of Kurt. And you basically click on each of these and you're going to be able to dive deep into each micro market, each zip code.
That's correct.
Got it. Well, Kurt, you are the #1 realtor per the Wall Street Journal. I think there's a lot of terrific realtors. We have them, many of them on our show. We call them the real estate elite. But over 700 something clients, right? So you have a huge database. You control a lot of the inventory. I hear a lot of agents say that there's no inventory. I think it's because you have it all. So end of the year, what's going on with your clients, and what do you need to expect for 2015?
Well, we're wrapping things up, which is great. And one of the things that we really like to do is reach out to all of our past clients. Now, you said, like yourself, I've sold over 750 properties, which means I have that or more past clients. So it's quite a daunting
task. Closings,
on
right?
closings.
Not to mention the thousands upon thousands.
And married couples, et cetera. So there's probably a good 1,000 or so past clients that we're dealing with. And we try to reach out every year to them. We send out cards to every one of them. We send out little gifts. Some of my team members actually created some goodie bags with home-cooked treats for all of them. And then most notably, and recently last week, we spent half a day calling every single one of our past clients, just wishing them a happy holiday season and a happy new year. It was great, it was rewarding, but it was very daunting. We only reached about 410 of our past clients, so there's still 300 that we're trying to reach. But in fact, if I have the opportunity, if I may, if any of those past 350 clients are watching the show today, one thing that I just wanted to mention is to thank you for all of the support that you've given us, not only this year, but for the past prior years. I wanted to thank all of my clients personally. Again, if you're watching, I wanted to wish you and all of your loved ones a wonderful and happy holiday season, and also wish you a very happy new year. And I look forward to reconnecting with all of you in the new year, and that's about it.
I know why you used him to buy your biggest investment or sell it. Kurt, thanks as always. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.